in the upper left, our Zerg player playing well so far in this best of 3. He is
StarTale Live.
No nonsense, this guy.
in the bottom center. We have our Terran player. He is
CJ&2's Bunny.
Yeah, I just have a hard time seeing Bunny winning this series, or even seeing Bunny make this a 1-1. I mean,
yeah,
I think Bunny's very good, but the way Life's making this best of 3 look,
he's just had trouble today as well in general versus Zergs. He says, please show us a good performance. And he says it's that Zerg timing. It's got to be. It's a really hard translation to say, but it's, I think, the closest I can get to what Yokshi means in this case.
I think with Life, if I'm him in this series, I don't feel any need to do any kind of pressure. I think you just wait. I mean, it seems like when you get to this like mid-game Zerg versus Terran, Bunny comes out, and it's not that he's not supposed to be doing this, but he doesn't seem to do it as effectively. There might be a little bit of hiccups that we can't quite see from where we're at.
Bomber and StarTale Legend, the coach currently of StarTale, both came to the studio today.
Showing their support for Life.
Yeah.
Bomber just not reacting, even though he's on camera. Like, I know you can see himself on there. No, I really, you look at the way Bunny's playing, and you got to think, we probably aren't seeing some hiccups. There might be a little bit of slower play here and there.
Yeah. You know, honestly,
because, yeah, go ahead.
I actually think there's a little bit of nerves to this. This is like one of Bunny's first times playing televised match in this studio.
Think about how long GSL has been around in Korea, too. It's the longest standing StarCraft II tournament, and it's very sought after in Korea. So
Life is like one of those players that plays in Pro League as a mercenary on Incredible Miracle and has come out a few times, but in Pro League it's a best of 1. You see Life, and Life hasn't had the best results there. It's like Bunny's territory. That's Pro League. That's his tournament. He's played the most. You look at Bunny, and he comes here, and he's like, oh, my God, this is your territory. You're a GSL champion. This is one of my first times playing televised here. Like, this is your house, and that's got to be stressful.
Yeah, and I think, you know, you're alone in that booth for almost the entire series, and when you lose it, it's entirely, you know, the fault is on you. We don't have enough defense here, so we're going to have possibly a few there we go, a few spine callers make it until we can drive this Reap route, and so far, going really well, I say, for Bunny for his start.
Yeah, that Queen is going to pop out here in just a second, but that was good to force those Spore cancels and just keep Life on the back foot, make him micro, make him lose a little bit of mine time. Only 18 resources lost, but still, it's that pressure play. Excuse me, and he also identifies that gas was pulled out after speed has started, so he knows Life is the type to be aggressive early, but at least he knows not going to be super aggressive, at least not for a while. So that's really good scouting information that he gets here. You only made 2 Reapers, right? Yeah, only 2.
Which is completely fine. And now we're going to have the Hellions come out here in the front. We saw
perhaps a Banshee, too.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, we haven't seen Bunny try this style as much yet. These Lings are actually coming down here. They're going to be able to catch these Marines. Oh, man, this is, I think, Bunny, I think when you mentioned nerves, Wolf, I think you were right.
Speed is done. He could get the Reaper, too.
Oh, my God.
He needs to jump up there. He's that bunny hop. Can he get it?
Oh,
no.
My God. This is going so poorly right now for Bunny.
He's lost both Reapers, in fact, and now the Lings get in the main base.
And he sees everything. He sees the tech lab, so he knows Banshee's coming out. This is very discouraging for Bunny. I mean, so many, man.
I was like, yeah, that's what I do. I run Lings in.
Well, it was a pretty smart move, actually. And look at this. He's going to make a medevac because he knows in this situation the Banshee's to be expected. So he wants to get a medevac out first. And then to get he's getting cloaked, so he's going to get Banshee next. But he's hoping that the medevac with probably Hellions in it will catch the Zerg off guard. I don't know if it's going to work, though. I don't feel like this is something that Life can't deal with, but, I mean, good luck, Bunny. We'll see. And he's going to get a Viking next, so I don't know why he got... Am I crazy? He did not have an Overlord over there, right? He didn't see...
See what? I'm sorry.
The cloak. There was cloak making, and he canceled it. I'm very confused about what's going on in this game with that.
It looks like maybe it's just nerves again, some indecision perhaps.
Yeah. Well, that sucks, man. That's rough. I mean, this does happen to some players when they're new to this whole experience like this here, in even in just Code A.
It's okay. Here we go. Let's see how much this gets done, because this could really disrupt things. Life cancels the spore there, and it was a lot of drones. This could turn things around. Look at that.
You really got to hand it to him. Actually, this is working out really well. Oh my God!
He just left them there.
Okay, well, forget about the cloak.
Oh my God!
Forget about the cloak being made and then being canceled. That is all in the past. That is water under the bridge. He just got 19 drones.
The Hellions are still in there, actually. Don't even count him out. He could do more. He gets one more at least. I see in it. Okay, 3 more. What is going on?
So we have 22 workers killed here. Actually putting Terran in nearly a 10 SCV lead.
That means Life has spent all of his larva replenishing his drones, which gives him a weak mid-game army.
Yeah, and let's not forget, what does Bunny do? He always pushes out mid-game. This could be the chance for him to balance out this match. Wow, I can't believe that worked. I think things were going so bumpy for Bunny throughout all of this group. I didn't really believe that the medevac drop was going to be effective. It's not a common strat we see here with Terrans in this matchup, but I didn't think it was going to work. I thought surely someone of like Life would be ready, but he wasn't. And then they got in there, and you could see even Life didn't quite have the splitting with the workers.
I think he was just really caught off guard. Like, Life definitely didn't believe that would work. He was getting spores ready for Banshees. Did he I mean, he just totally canceled Banshees completely 100%. Life was like, what?
No, he's not even, and now there's spores here, which aren't going to be particularly helpful in this game. The Zerg has got ahead a little bit in drones, but he's supposed to be much more ahead.
And at the cost of all of his larvae as well.
Yeah, very true. Well, let's see how Bunny does in this next game. A few things going on now for Bunny is that he has this expansion. It's up. Life can't contest it. And that really is Life's strongest point, I would say, and I think most would agree, is his ability to harass and to eke out extra damage with his army. So much for your army, Life. You can't even you can't even make an army because you lost so many workers. So Life just now starting to stabilize here. He does have a small harvester lead, but I think the real question now is how much damage can Bunny do with these pushes that are just now beginning?
Yeah, that's the question, man. 1-1 is so key here. Life still has a long time before that's actually done for him. So during this little window, see if Bunny can get some damage done. He's moving across the map with 50 armies to play the 32, and that's that mid-game army that's missing because Life needed to drone up heavily because he's supposed to be way ahead in Harvesters. Is how this matchup works. And because he lost so many, replenishing those costs money, costs larva, and costs time. So this big attack that's coming across the map could do a lot. Big scan here. And he's got a big drop in the main as well. He's splitting his units pretty well here, but he can't overcommit. Continue that engagement. Slow banelings. Bit too close to the Spore Crawler.
Oh, that's exactly what Bunny can't afford to have happen now. And I think this game is starting to turn into a little bit of what we've seen a lot from Bunny in the TVZs.
That was a really cool target there on that tumor, I have to say. His micro, when he's looking at the drops, are pretty impeccable, but he's just got to balance this. But yeah, before I cut you off a little bit there,
no, it's fine.
It's so true, man. He seems to kind of have a bit of trouble getting these drops to do the damage they need to.
Consider this, too. It's 120 to 150 supply. So, I mean, there's a lot of room here for Bunny to do a lot of damage.
Yes.
But he has to deal with Life, who's very good at engagements. But, I mean, the sheer number of Terran units compared to Zerg means Terran should, if he just is playing at the top of his game, do that damage.
I have this
should be able
weird
to do
theory, by the way, Tasteless. I feel like something we're seeing here from Bunny is that he keeps dropping when he could actually just be attacking via ground with all of his army together.
I have to agree. I think he's harassing when he actually has the more.
Look how much more he does here when he has his army on the ground together. He keeps fighting split up, so Life is killing these bite-sized chunks over and over and over again. When if he walk across the map with 96 army supply with better upgrades here in a second with 2-2.
I think you are right, Wolf. I think actually he's making it. It doesn't have to be this fancy, actually.
Exactly. It does not have
he's attacking all these different locations. He just has a bigger army, although he's got to be careful. That's starting to change.
Yeah, I think he's just like over-dropping here.
Well, let's see. He's ahead in supply still now. Now, yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, I think if he keeps his army together.
This is that big army push he's coming for. It's a bit fragmented, but here come the rest of those Marines from behind. And this looks like just too much for Life to handle. There's that final push.
Well, let's see if Life can recuperate here. He needs to get another group of units to pop out here. All right, he's going to pull drones here. I think Bunny can do this, actually.
Yeah, I think this is just too much.
Let's see. It's when the mutant numbers start to get gunned down. They start to dwindle. That's going to be a GG. Okay. 1-1.
One drop changes the whole series, man.
Yeah, it really does.
That 1-4 Hellion drop did just way too much damage. And Bunny composes himself here. He's brought it to game 3. It's going to be Life's map pick.
Well, we know what happened there with Life. He's probably thinking, what the hell was that medevac doing there? I thought he was going for Banshees. I can't believe that happened.
His coach is probably saying, yeah, you big deal. You just made a medevac, then canceled Cloak. You were totally tricked. That was a big gamble, too.
I have to say, it was actually a really cool little moment of seeing Bunny think on his feet.
It was a game changer.
Just like that. What's funny is, let's say the Lings hadn't gotten up the ramp. If they had not managed to go up there and into the Terrence Vein, he might have just made a Banshee and then Life would have won the game.
Yeah.
That's what's so funny about, well, I mean, just the way StarCraft 2 works like that sometimes. Sometimes they scout you and you have to make a tough decision, which is, how can I mix it up? I can't play your standard, your standard game here. And Bunny did mix it up, and it even threw a player as good as Life off. And we don't really see that strat used very often ever.
I am actually really excited to use this King Stage on Station as Life's map, and I'm not sure how Bunny's going to tackle this. There's a very quick drop location you can do towards the natural.
Yep.
It's pretty exposed. There's also a lot of attacks you can do from the right side at the third base, but it's pretty far away. Maybe Bunny here is just saying, I'm just going to 2 barracks proxy, 2-player map. Maybe I'll do something that Life's not expecting here. I don't know what he's going to do, but I favor Life on this map if Bunny doesn't do something really unique here.
Well, the game has just now loaded up. Remember, the loser of this series, loser of this game, I should say, is going to be knocked out in the GSL.